Just a quick note about some misuses of statistics. I want to teach you how to do things right, but it's also worth pointing out sometimes where people go wrong. If you pay attention to the news, particularly around the times of like Olympics or World Cup or big events like that, people say that some countries' athletes have the world record or even a consistent streak of getting world records, and that supposedly means that every person in that country is somehow more skilled at that sport. Maybe there's some essential thing about the country's culture, in some cases getting really ugly about genetics or something, and that's totally wrong. It all comes back to this vague statistical idea that maybe extreme values can give us information about an average value. But it's not that simple. It's not true in general that extreme values can tell us much of anything about the average. Not unless we make a lot of additional assumptions about the higher moments and the type of the distribution. Let's look at some pictures because I think that's the easiest way to understand. What I think people have in their heads is a picture like this. The green has a larger area of extreme value. If I'm only picking up people on the right-hand side of that vertical line, then there are going to be a lot more people in green than blue. And if these are normal distributions with the same variance and the same higher moments, just the green shifted to the right, that's the only difference, then the extreme values could give information about the average. But it's easy to draw pictures there. That's not the case. So, this has the same mean, but just a higher variance. The bottom one is sort of squished down, but they have same mean, same mode, same median, but just more extreme values. On both sides, on both tails, that's the one on the bottom. There'll be more people in the extremes, but even though that's the case, there's actually no difference of means. We can even draw wider distributions. Here, the light blue versus the darker one. Light blue just has this weird skew and high kurtosis, so it's very non-normal. But now there are more people in the extreme values of the light blue than the dark. That's because these are entirely different distributions, but they have the same mean. It's worth pointing out places where statistics can go wrong, where we'd like to make some conclusion, maybe without thinking too deeply about it, but it's actually completely wrong. The world isn't that simple. Sorry.